My wife and I just bought a one-way ticket to Europe, but it took us a really long time to get to this moment. There was a time about 6 or 7 years ago where we told basically all of our close friends that we're going to move to Europe. We were super about it. We were for sure it was happening, but then it didn't happen. And so we moved in together in LA. We lived in LA together for about a year until we felt like there was a nudge to check out something else. And so we took our finger, ran it up the coastline, and found a place in Seattle to check out. I had never been to Washington ever. The first time I went to Washington was literally to sign our lease. And so we kind of moved there up on a whim, but we had that intuitive hit, and we just always have tried to trust that intuition because it's taken us to really good places. Yeah. And so we moved to Seattle in the middle of the pandemic, just the two of us. We had no friends up there and just really wanted to take a gamble. And we fell in love with Seattle so much that we had originally told our family and friends that we were going to move there for a year. And we moved there and stayed there for 4 years.
Always happens like that.
Yeah, it does. And you really realize how fast a year goes. Yeah. And so we were in Seattle, and we told everybody after that year passed and we really found a home there that we would leave if we felt another nudge from the universe. And so we did start to feel a nudge about a year ago to move to Austin. But as it got closer, we started to get feelings that it wasn't the right place for us. And so we decided to let that ship sail and continue living in Seattle. And I still remember about 6 months ago, I was just thinking about our life and the things that we would regret, and still had that dream in the back of my head of moving to Europe, the one that fell through 6 or 7 years ago after we told all our friends. And I just thought, like, why wouldn't we go after that dream if it's going to be something we regret later in life? And it was like that moment that we both kind of looked at each other and we're like, we literally have to do this. Like, there is no other choice. The dream isn't going to chase itself. And so we really trusted that intuitive hit that it was time to go. And I think this is something that we've been reflecting on a lot. Like, just the idea that when things are meant to happen, like a big change or a big transition, if they're meant to happen, they're going to happen really effortlessly. And the second we decided to actually move to Europe this time, the doors just really opened for us and things started to fall into place rather quickly.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy, the difference, because we had wanted to do like traveling around the US and be nomadic around the US and then go to Austin, and it just felt like there were so many roadblocks. And when we moved to Seattle, it happened so quickly. It happened within 2 months. We made the decision, everything fell into place. And I feel like that exact same thing is happening now with Europe, where just the difference between when we were trying to make Austin work and it just like wasn't working, it felt so hard. And then when we both made the decision, we were like, why don't we just go to Europe? We've had this dream, we've been wanting to do this forever, let's just go. And as soon as we made that decision, everything just started falling into place, and it was so easy. Everything has been working out, everything's been falling into place, and now we're moving. So
we're moving.
Now we're doing it. And I think it really is that lesson of like, when things are meant to be, they will happen easily, quickly, effortlessly. And so you have to trust when things are a little bit too hard. What does that mean? Is there a pivot? Is there a readjustment? Or is there a bigger dream, something that you're really supposed to do that maybe scares you a little bit more, but is actually the thing that's going to bring you so much beauty and joy and fulfillment in life? So chase it. We're chasing it.